YouTube restarted their servers. Maybe they restart their servers at 10:15. I don't know, but I got dropped off the server, so the broadcast stopped. Now let's start it up again. So that's what I'm doing. Um, okay, so anyway, we're back. I think it's broadcasting. It shows on the air. All right, let me kill the YouTube app and try again. Stop. I need to switch accounts quickly. 1 second. All right, let's try this again. Okay, now we're back on the air. All right, cool. So anyway, this is basically this is basically uh, the edit app for this is the edit portion for the second track. So there are three tracks here. There's the blue track, the yellow track, and the music track. And so that's the music track. So you toggle back and forth with L3. So the first one will throw you into the main video track. The second one throws you into the it looks like it throws you into the audio track and then back into the second track and then back into the audio track again. Or actually all three together. Okay, that's what it is. So it first track, audio track, and then video picture in picture track, and then all three together so you can see all three tracks. Now, I don't think you can edit all three tracks at the same time, but it does give you the ability to show all three tracks so you can see what's going on with all three tracks on the screen at the same time. So that's at least nice enough. And three tracks is decent enough to be able to edit most everything together. You don't need more than three tracks. But anyway, that first one's picture in picture, and it's from the camera or whatever camera you have installed, and it allows you to put commentary onto your video. So if you want to have yourself in the upper left corner talking about whatever's going on in the video, you can do that. You can comment to it and all kinds of stuff. I much prefer just voiceovers because I think having the video there. A lot of people like having the video there, but uh, for me, I just like the voiceover, and that's just me. So anyway, the let's see. Let's continue onward with editing. So let's actually jump out and sort of create a. This is kind of the basics, and I've kind of given you the basics. So let's jump out and create a video. So I am not going to save this. So we're going to exit without saving because I don't need to save what I created there. So let's just start from the beginning. This is the main screen again. So we're going to do new project. And so from the new project, you can choose your themes, and these are all themes that you can download from the store. So if you want a theme, a specific theme, like you're playing Apex Legends, and you want to use the Apex Legends intros, then they're here, and you can use them. If you're playing Battlefield 5, you can do that. If you're playing Far Cry 5, there's plenty of game themes that are on here. There's Battlefront 2, there's Battlefront Killzone, Shadowfall. There's all kinds. There's Battlefield 1. There's all kinds of different ones that are here. Is there a Fortnite one? I believe there is. It's right here. So let's just grab the Fortnite. Let's not grab the Fortnite one because everyone's doing Fortnite. Let's just grab one of these other ones. Let's do Rainbow Six Siege. I don't have any video content from Rainbow Six Siege, but we can play with what's at least here. So these are the intros that you get. So if you want to just test the intro and see what it looks like, you can when you're in this screen. So what you do is you just press on the choose theme. You just press X to choose the theme, as it says in the bottom left. Press X, and then you move into the screen, and then you can pick. You can select up to maximum of 50 total clips. So there is a maximum number of clips that are available in this game. So you have to work within that constraint. So if you want to cut your clips into more than 50, you're going to have to rework your videos so that it has less than 50 or less. And I have run into that 50 limit once, and so it was kind of a problem. So anyway, let's look at some of these Rainbow Six Siege intros. Well, it's not a bad. It's not a bad intro. There's all these, and they're not, and they tell you exactly how long they are. Like this one's 7 seconds, this one's 5 seconds, this one's 6 seconds. So let's click on this. For some reason, this one doesn't have any audio, but that's fine because you can place audio over the top of it. And that one doesn't have any audio either, but this one does. So it looks like some of these don't have audio. Okay, so these are all like character intros. There's a bunch of these. There's a bunch of character intros here. And that's an outro. Keep in mind that these are just suggestions on how they're used. You could use them as an intro. You don't have to use. You can use an outro as an intro. You can use an intro as an outro. You can use any. And what is an intro? What is an outro? Intro is something you're going to put at the beginning to start. Outro is you're going to put it at the end to finish it. But you don't have to use them in that way. You can use them in any way you want. They're just suggestions. So if you like the outro and it fits better at the beginning than at the end, feel free. Hey, Niku, welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just going over Share Factory. A lot of people have asked me about how to use Share Factory, and I figured this would be a safe video because it's a tutorial. It's a tutorial type video. It's not a video game video. So we're just going to go through. I'm going to go through these how this application works. For whatever reason, I got kicked off of the stream just a few minutes ago. I had about a 5 or 6 minute stream, and then it kicked me off. So so anyway, let's see. Let's look at this one. Okay, this is another character one, I think. So that's Rainbow Six Siege. Let's go look at. Let's do Drive Club because I think Drive Club has some better ones. All right, so that's Drive Club. There's a bunch of different videos here that you can use, like Black Ops 4 theme. And these are just intros you can use that are canned. You don't have to use them. There are some generic ones that the PS4 offers, and they're further down, like the 20th anniversary one. There's a Share Factory intro that's right here. There's like a retro Share Factory intro. There's a horror theme that's generic. So there's like this one. And these are all various themes that you can use. There's also the stinger clips, just the standard Share Factory clips. And these can be used either as an intro or an outro or anywhere you want to put them in your video. So anyway, there's all of those. Last of Us, there's Last of Us videos. They're very theatrical kind of videos. So if you're not looking, if you're looking for something a little more subtle, these are not very subtle. The audio is very over the top. Now you don't have to use the audio that's there. I believe you can mute the audio down on any of these video clips, and you can overlay your own music if you'd prefer, or if you have other sound effects you'd prefer, you can import them and put them over the top. You don't have to use the ones that are canned as part of these videos, these intros and outros and what's here. If you don't like what's there, you can always change the audio. You don't have to use what's here. This is a common one that I've used in the past, and I kind of like it. It's a good. This is the shooter intro. And then there's this net, and this is what follows on after that one, is this one that sort of hums. And lasts for 8 seconds. And then there's this one that's the outro, and it just backs out. And so that's not bad. I mean, as it goes, this is a generic sort of video content. Let's see. There's a PS4 themed one that you can use. As I said, the audio on these clips is kind of this one's kind of subtle, but most of them are not this subtle. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of using these ones that are like so over the top. They're just over the top. But there's plenty of clips here you can use. If you have your own clips, you can import them. And the way you import them is import content here. So if you go down to import content, you can import music, import images, and import videos. And anything you import can be then used inside of Share Factory, in addition to any other themes that you've already downloaded. So if you have your own content, you have your own intros, you have your own outros, you have your own animated content that you would like to import, just come down to import content and you can import these videos. Now, how do you import them? Well, you can import them in many different ways, but you typically, the way you're going to do it is to import from USB. So you're going to have to hook up a USB drive that has your content on it. So it's either going to be a hard drive or a thumb drive, whatever kind of drive you have, but just plug it into the USB port with your content on it, and then go into import content and bring it into Share Factory. So that's how you import your content, is through a USB drive. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, straightforward, not hard to do. So you can do a lot of stuff with importing of content. Let's see. I'm just going through these. You can turn some of your videos into animated GIFs. Create from Capture Gallery, create from project. So you can create GIFs from your existing project. So if you have something you want to create a GIF for, it'll create an animated GIF for you just by creating it from a project. So if I click create from project, then I can just grab this guy, and I don't know how much it's going to grab. Probably, yeah, that little highlighted segment as it fades out. I'm going to choose starting point. Oh, okay, so prepare GIF. All right, so it just created a GIF of this, and I can trim this GIF now to just like, if I just want to have this just to right here where this fade out is, then I can do this. Wanted to get it to 5. Okay, I see it. So you can do fine editing with fine trim start and fine trim end, and you see that L2 versus L1, R2 versus R1. So if I press R1, it moves it it moves it in a little bit, and R2 moves it out, the ending, the R side of it. Now, if I do it with L2 and L1, it'll move it in and out on the left side. That's the two shoulder buttons. So you use the shoulder buttons to move the cursor, the left cursor or the right cursor, depending on which you press. So R for R and L for L. And then if you want to save it, you just press the triangle. And now it's going to render this GIF. And I'll share later. I don't want to worry about that. So now we're going to get out of here, and I should have a GIF in here. I want to exit the GIF editor. I'm going to go back to this here and go to animated GIFs and go to my gallery. And now I should have this one GIF in here that I just created. And so now I have a GIF of my intro. GIFs don't have any audio. Keep that in mind. There's no audios for GIFs. But there's plenty of things you can do with GIFs, with animated GIFs. So you can share them on Twitter, and you can share them on other places. So if you have something you want to that's really interesting or really cool, and you want to share it on Twitter, you can share an animated GIF with your followers. So you can also create projects or photos in here. So by creating, let's do a new project with photo, and I'll just do it quick. I don't want to do any special things. So I'm just going to go down to the bottom. I don't know exactly why it's asking me to choose a theme. Let's just choose one and see what happens. Let's choose the Red Dead. Oh, I see. Let's choose, so as I choose these images, it'll show you how it's gonna break out the image, so you can have them with numbers of frames and this kind of stuff. So if I take it off, it'll do, for 5 it does like this. But this is not editing a video, this is editing a screenshot. Now you can use this screenshot. So the reason I'm kind of showing this is because you can use these screenshots inside of your video project as intros, outros, transitions. You can use them as part of your video. So let's see. All right, so this is what my project looks like. I don't know why this one's just solid red, but whatever. Choose a different screenshot. Let's choose this one. All right. So you can see it made a sort of a montage of a bunch of different of these red shots. And so you can choose, and you can also choose the layout of it if you like it like this, or you want it like that, or you want it like this. You can choose your layout if you want it to look in a specific way. And so you can choose these, and then you can bring these in. You can also change, I think there's more you can change about the background. I don't think it has to be white, it could be black. There's ways of changing it so that, like for example, like kind of like this one. So let's see. I think there was an options. Edit background. This is it. So if you choose color, you can change it to black. And that way you can have them black instead of white around the borders. You can have any color. You could have a red, but I would suggest something that matches the colors in the images. Oh, I see. You can round the borders. Okay. So if you like them rounded, if you like them squared, whatever you like, you can come in here and change it. You can change the spacing so there's more spacing between them or less spacing so they're completely touching, or maybe just like a real fine line like this. All right, something like that. All right, now you click save when you're done. It'll render the photo, it'll put it in your gallery, and you're done. So now if I want to use that in a video, then I can create a new video project. And let's choose like Red Dead Redemption, right? And let's look at the clips and see what they look like. Okay, so this one has no audio, and that's okay. So let's choose the one that has no audio and get rid of this. Oops, didn't want to do that. Start project. All right, so what you'll see is it's going to start it off with the background video playing with some random text from the top here, and this is basically the outro. And you don't have to use the outro that's here. You can delete it and create your own outro. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to do. So let's just delete that outro, and we'll delete this clip. And that outro clip is gone. And so if I wanted to use this same clip as an outro, then I can click plus, plus, one second. I can click plus and then add a clip, and we'll add the same clip again, and then add clips. All right, so now I've added this clip again, and we'll just have this same clip as the outro. Now, what I'm going to do is put another clip in between all of these, so plus. And I don't have any Red Dead videos to go for, so we're just going to add a clip here, and we're going to do it, just do we'll just add this clip. I don't really care. And then I'm going to turn the audio down on this clip. So, and this is a good way. Oh, I need to move these clips around. So you can see that this is intro, this is the outro, but this is not in the right position. And then there's the video on the end. So if you want to move your clips around, then you have to choose the clip you want to move and press the tool, and then move clip. And then you can move the clip to the end and apply. And now the clip is at the end. And this clip is way too long, so I would not use this clip because it's really, 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 really long. Oh, and if you want to move to the beginning and ending of a clip really fast, you can use the L1 and R1 buttons, and it'll move from beginning to end of the clips just by one clip at a time. So you don't have to actually use this tool here or the pad, the finger pad. You don't have to use that. You can just use L1 and R1. Oh, and if you press the L2 button, it goes into full screen. So you can see the whole thing in full screen if you're really interested in seeing that. I don't know what says that on the screen anyway. Yes, it does. L2 is full screen. It's in the bottom right. It's next to the options. There's also the D-pad, which fine motion can move the motion a little bit at a time if you use the D-pad. And if you use the D-pad up and down, it changes the magnification of the timeline, and that's in the upper right corner. It says timeline view, and it says plus and minus. That is the up and down on the D-pad. And clearly this video content is not from Red Dead. This is from Fallout 76. But anyway, this is some glitched Fallout 76 stuff that I caught. But I did it on purpose because I wanted to have it. I wanted to have it on video. So anyway, If you go to the very beginning, then you can play, and there's no audio yet because I haven't done anything with audio, but the audio is here. And so what I would want to do is I would want to transition between this and this. So what I'm going to do is put a transition here, and so I'm going to use the edit button, which is the square, and do transition. No, actually, no, I'm sorry, it's plus. I need to add the transition first. Can't edit it before you add it. So you got to add it, and I'm just going to do a plain old dissolve, and I want fade through color, which it's going to tell me it's going to shorten it. That's fine though. I just want it to fade to black and fade in, and that's exactly what it's doing. So fade to color will fade out and then fade in the next video segment. So that's why it's showing the little sideways, uh, basically the sideways hourglass, because it means it's going to fade out and then fade in, and that's the transition. Now, if I don't want to have audio in this clip, then I can edit this clip and turn the audio off, and that's easy to do. So clip volume, just turn it all the way down, and then click confirm, which is X, and now there's no volume on this at all. No audio volume on this clip. And I did that on purpose. You can also do other cool things with these clips. You can speed them up. So if you want to do a fast motion clip, if you want to do a 4x play, you can leave the audio on if you want to have the 4x play. I usually turn the audio off and then place music on it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put it on fast play. So to do that, we're going to edit this clip again. We're going to change to, let's see, edit music, no, time bender. And that's time bender. And you can slow it down or you can speed it up. So if you want to do a slower play, you can move it this way. If you want to do a faster play, you can move it up this way. So if you can go all the way up to 8x, I'll do it 4x. And then what you want to do is, I forgot to set it to smooth. I always like the smooth, not step. Step is kind of weird because it's like playing, how do I say it? Like snapshots of your play. It's okay, but it's stair-steppy, and that's not what I really want. I want it to be smooth. It won't look smooth when you're playing back on here. It's going to look stair-steppy. You see how stair-steppy it is here? It's showing you the stair-step. This is how stair-step looks. But that's not the way that's not the way you're going to see it when you render it. And we'll come to rendering a little bit later. But for now, we're not going to render. I'm going to spend about another 2 or 3 minutes talking about this, and then I'm going to end this video. So, let me cut this clip to about right here. We're going to edit this clip, and I'm going to cut it right here. So if you want to split a clip in half, you use split clip, and that will split the clip wherever you put the split. So you'll see it changes the tool to split, and then you can move the cursor head to wherever you want to split it. So let's just say I want to split it right here. It doesn't really matter. And then I can press X, and let's say confirm split clip. Yes, confirm. So what it'll do is it'll split this clip into two. So you got this one here, and now you got this one here. So if I don't really want this clip anymore, I can just delete this clip right from here, and I don't have to do. Now I've got this clip now I've got this whole video that's 36 seconds long. And so let's play it. It's 36 seconds. There's no audio on it at all, but you can see it's going to be stair-steppy. Stair-step, stair-step. And it looks only stair-step when you're doing the preview. Once it's rendered, it won't be stair-step as long as you have the smooth set. As smooth is set, it's going to be a smooth playback. It'll be fast, but it'll be smooth. And there's no transition here on this ending one. And I do want to put an ending one on here. So we're going to put an end on here. So I'm going to add on a transition. Actually, I got to get out of this. And now you got to be careful what mode you're in. If you're still in the split clip mode, you got to press the circle button to get out of it and back into the main editing segment. So now I want to add a transition, and we'll again fade through color. You can do all kinds of different transitions too. You don't have to do that. You could do you can edit the transition and have let's see, replace transition. Let's change it to crossfade. All right, for example. So when you play it, you'll see crossfade looks like this. So you can have all kinds of different transitions here. It doesn't have to be fade to black or fade to white. You can. There's all kinds of different transitions that are available in this app for you to use. So, for example, let's go to wipes. There's wipes are kind of cool. So if I wanted to do like say this wipe, you'll get to see what it is here in a minute. So like that. So it was like a slat where slats pull apart and then reveal the ending, and then we're done. Now, I don't usually like to leave the ending where it just ends dead out. I always like to have a nice fade to black. So what I'm going to do for that is we're going to add I think it's screenshot. Yeah, it's screenshot, and then there's solid color. So when you add a screenshot to solid color, and I'm going to add that screenshot, it always comes in as red. I don't really want it red, so I'm going to edit it and change it with settings to black. And now it's black. But if there's no, but you'll notice it's just clip and then clip. There's no transition. So I still need to add a transition here between the ending and the beginning. So let's add this transition here. Oh, I gotta add a transition first. And I'm going to go back to dissolves and fade through color. Confirm. All right, now. All right, so now now it just fades to black. All right, so this has been running for about 32 minutes, and I think that's probably about long enough for this beginning tutorial. The other one was kind of didn't get started correctly, so I'm just going to drop this one off here. And so this is a very basic video clip. So you would have your intro, your video, your outro, and then a fade to black, so you got a nice finish on the end of it. You could fade in from black too if you wanted to add the black here and fade in, so you have a little bit of extra segment at the beginning in case there's any weirdness on YouTube if you upload it there or wherever you end up uploading it. So you want to do that. Now I didn't add in a track, so let me add in an audio track really quick, and I'll show you how to do that. So that is plus and add music. All right, so now I have a bunch of songs. These are all songs that were, actually I don't even know what these are. Okay, these are songs that probably came with the theme that you can use. I also uploaded songs that were from YouTube's royalty-free library. So if you want to go to YouTube's royalty-free library, you can download the MP3s and upload them into your Share Factory upload, and then you can use them to do various things like English Garden or all right, let's upload this one. All right, so this audio clip is very, very long. It's way longer than the full animation is or the full video is. You can see that the clip ends here, and then there's still more music. So what I want to do is I want to split this music clip here, right here, and then delete this. All right. Now I want to fade this one out, this music out. Oops. I want to fade this music out. I think the longest fade is 5 seconds. So we're going to do a 5-second fade. And then we'll do a fade in here of about like 0.5 seconds. Now the music for this probably isn't going well for the what's going on in the background, but you just have to try to judge what you like for your music. So this is royalty-free music. It will not be caught by YouTube's music detection engine, so you're not going to have any problems with that. All right, so now that concludes basically basics on editing videos together. Let me go back out of this. And so now you can see there's an audio clip, there's video clips, everything else is here. Now let's render it, and I'll show you what it looks like rendered. So the way you render it is you click Options, Export to Gallery. Shouldn't take that long to render this, but the game recording is paused while it's rendering this just because it doesn't like to show this for some reason. But it is rendering. It's 27% complete. It's almost 30. Let's see. 40% complete. 50. Oh, it is showing it on the screen here. Okay. Okay, so it is showing it on the screen. So it's rendering it in this little thing, rendering movie, please wait. So almost complete. Now, if your video is 15, 20 minutes, it's going to take maybe 8 or 10 minutes to render it. You can see even just for a 30-second clip, it took this long. So I'm not going to share. I'm going to share it later. All right. So let me go back into. Let me exit out of this. I'm not going to save this clip because I don't need it. I'm just going to exit without saving because I don't need it. But I do have the video here. So if I go to videos and my gallery, it'll be here under Red Dead Redemption 2. So if you go here, and I can now play it. So this is the video I just put together. And you can see smooth is actually relatively smooth. It's a little bit herky-jerky, but it's fine. This is 4x. So it is actually moving pretty quick. So you're not actually playing this at full speed. And it's also, there's no audio in the background. There's just the music that I put, the music track there. And that's the ending of it. All right, so that was the whole clip, 36 seconds worth or 38 seconds worth of clipping or whatever it was. And that was that. And so it's pretty easy to create clips in this. The editing is pretty decent. There's not a lot to it. I know it's a little confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty easy. So I'm going to leave it here on this screen for now. And if you guys want to come back and watch how to use Share Factory, if you have any more questions, you can leave them in the chat or leave them in the comment on the video below. So anyway, this is how to produce Share Factory videos. They're pretty easy. It's a pretty easy tool. It's not super advanced. It does have decent number of wipes and fades and on those kinds of things in the effects area. If you want way more effects and you want to be able to do a whole lot more, then obviously you're going to want a PC tool. And there are plenty of PC editors. There's a Mac editor. There's iMovie for Mac, which comes with it. But you can also get Final Cut Pro. You can get all kinds of other video editing suites. There are plenty of them, and there are many very, very good ones. So just you need to get what it is you think you want. But for free, this actually comes with your PlayStation. And This comes with your PlayStation, so you get to use it right up front. It's right there for you. As soon as you have a clip in your clip gallery, you can immediately bring it into Share Factory and create a project out of it and turn it into the next YouTube sensation, whatever it is you want. So you can bring it all in here. You can socially connect it up. So um, you can set up events. You can do live from PlayStation. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with this. Animated GIFs, photos, videos. So all of this stuff can be interchangeably used all over the place. You can share it to your social media profiles and feeds. So you can send it to Twitter. You can send it to YouTube. You may be able to send it to Facebook. I'm not entirely sure. I think I think they completely removed Facebook integration entirely from the PlayStation, so I don't think that's available anymore at all. But at one point it was. I don't know if it's ever coming back. But other social profiles still exist, like Twitter and stuff. So there's plenty of those things you can do. And so, anyway, I think I'm going to conclude this now. It's been 40 minutes. It's a pretty decent amount of time to talk about Share Factory. And there you go. This is a basic intro of Share Factory. Hopefully you enjoyed everything about it, and hopefully it helped you. And if it did, please like it and comment below. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm only going to produce videos like this, tutorial videos, things that are showing people how to do things, how to get things done. I will not be producing any more video game content on the channel directly. It's just going to be tutorial types of videos like this to show you how to use tools that are already available at your disposal, perhaps on your PlayStation, perhaps on Xbox, perhaps on PCs. I'm not sure exactly how far it's going to go, but anyway, this one is free on your PlayStation. The themes can sometimes cost, depending on the theme, but there are plenty of free themes that are available on the PlayStation Store. So go and dig around and download them. Many of the ones that you see that are in my inventory on my Share Factory have been downloaded, so from the store. So you'll have to go download them if you want them on your Share Factory. So if you go into your Share Factory and you see, well, I don't have all those themes that he has. Well, that's because I went to the PlayStation Store and downloaded them. So you'll need to go to the PlayStation Store and download more themes. And you can do that, I believe you can do that right from in here. I'm not entirely sure. Let me see. Yeah, I think you can if you're under... Let me just open up last project. And yeah, you can share right from here too. Cancel. I don't want to do this. Yeah, if you click share, that's going to automatically render it. So if you're looking to render your video immediately, press the diamond key or the triangle key, and it'll immediately render it. And then and once it's done rendering, then it will allow you to share it. But that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for themes. Add clip. Okay. I think you have to do it from a new one. Exit without saving. New project. I think you do it here. New themes, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so as soon as you click on new themes, that'll take you into the PlayStation Store, and you can dig through all the themes that are available for your for Share Factory, and that's also a great place to find all kinds of other stuff for Share Factory. It's not just themes. There's other things you can download that'll enhance Share Factory's ability. I don't know if it includes effects and stuff, but it probably does. So there are limits to what the store offers for Share Factory, but you can dig around and see what's available there. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next movie. The next tutorial video. I won't, as I said, I won't be doing any regular gaming videos anymore. You can watch me on my Twitch channel at Commorancy, COMMORANCY on Twitch, and I will be doing my gaming videos over there. I will be doing some tutorial videos over here. I've decided I wanted to try something separate, so come join me over here for tutorial videos and that kind of stuff. So I will see you then. Bye. Oh, and if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. But know that you won't be getting video game content here. It will just strictly be stuff like this, tutorials. Bye.